Another CSEC CXC, Geography Made Simple. And as you can probably recognize by now, this channel focuses on the subject that is related to the arts, that is social studies, history, and geography. Okay, so for today's topic, it's geography, and we are looking at agriculture. Now, agriculture is one of those large topic, or should I say, a topic that has a huge amount of content, and I have done two presentations on agriculture in the Caribbean. Today, we're talking about agriculture in Jamaica in per se, and we're talking about agriculture lands that were once used for sugarcane, no longer sugarcane. They have been repurposed. So we are looking at the repurposing of agricultural lands from what they were before, which were sugarcane lands, to lands that are practically being used for other things, right? And that which we will speak about in a bit. All right, so you can do SBA, geography SBA on this particular topic, right? You would actually get your two aims, and you will practically have to be associated. Well, you have to practically go in the field looking at sugarcane lands. Okay, so I am in the parish of St. Catherine in Jamaica along the Mandela Highway, and what you're looking at right now is lands that were once booming with sugarcane cultivation. Now there's a small amount of sugarcane cultivation still going on within this space. However, gradually there has been a shift from publicly owned, when I say public, I mean government operated sugarcane lands to privately operated sugarcane lands. Now these lands that you are looking at right now, that is on the Old Harbour Road, were once operated by the government, right? The government, I call it now, sugarcane processing, the whole dynamics of it, right? Now these lands have been repurposed. Now mark you do have aspects of these land being used for agriculture, but the vast amount of these lands are now being used for housing. Now as you probably would have read in your history books, right, sugarcane cultivation, cultivation of sugarcane, and the processing of sugar started some 400, nearly 500 years ago in Jamaica, right? It started with the British actually coming to the Caribbean in 1665, and a few years after that they started the with the advice of the Dutch, they started the whole process of the triangular slave trade, right? Now sugarcane at one point in time would be regarded as king, as it was the economical driving force of the Caribbean region itself, right? Lands that were flat, have good source of water, sunshine, considered to be filled with nutrients, were actually cultivated and being used for the cultivation of sugarcane, right? Over time, technology have increased, and modernization has occurred. With this modernization comes the whole idea of using technology in the processing of sugarcane that was grown to actually produce sugar. As a result of that, sugarcane plantations in Jamaica, although they existed after slavery, they continue, but they started to go downhill as far as profitability. What you're looking at right now is the sugarcane lands that were once owned by the government, now a place referred to as Jacaranda, a place where which housing is now constructed in replacing the ones well organized, well oiled, well economically viable sugarcane land, fertile land, now becoming a space for housing. Right, the area is flat, it's fertile, it's near a city center, that is Spanish Town, St. Catherine, and it is even near to Kingston, right? So it is poised for poised as a really good space for settlement. Okay, so we're talking about sugarcane coming from historical perspective. Now, sugarcane, with the advancement of technology, you small amount of um human input became, what I call it now, void within the sugarcane product throughout the region, right? Places such as Brazil and Mexico and other areas within the same region have employed technology so as to improve sugarcane cultivation and production. As a result of this, what you find is that Jamaica not being able to compete with the prices that is being the prices of that is incurred as a result of the production of sugarcane. You find that their price is now regarded as one in which much customers, or should I say much importers or countries, would really want. Jamaica, just like some other Caribbean countries, were once protected, or should I say, the agreement was signed with European countries that, listen, enslaved you for for nearly 500 years, right? So therefore, we're gonna sign a contract with you, to actually purchase your sugarcane production, and for X amount period of time. No, with the inception of the World Trade Organization, countries such as Brazil, Mexico, and other countries actually demonstrated against the European agreement that had pledged to purchase sugarcane from once what I call it now, controlled territories of this region. As a result, the driving force with regards to prices for sugarcane was whichever country can produce sugarcane at a price that is regarded as competitive. Jamaica, that is far beyond the 8 ball, not being able to produce sugar using technology, have actually been not being able to produce enough sugar and the quality of sugar that is on the demand in Europe and other sections of the world. As a result of that, you find that the quality of sugar in Jamaica have actually decreased in comparison to those countries, while the quantity have also decreased. What you're looking at right now is the repurposing of the sugarcane land to actually grow, or should I say, to actually cultivate other crops, other ground provisions, seasoning, cash crops, within the same space that was once sugarcane land, right? So although you have housing, you have some aspect of the sugarcane land becoming a part of the newly installed highway. You have you still have some sections still having sugarcane cultivation, while you still have some section sugarcane land still underneath cultivation. However, it is much smaller and it have a different type of produce. Agriculture plays a significant role in the existence of the Caribbean people. From ever since the Caribbean was actually populated by people from whatever ethnic race, genetic makeup, agriculture always played an important role. Right, the Amerindians use agriculture as a means of life sustenance. The Africans, they actually manage, or should I, yeah, they manage the fields, right? And agriculture has actually played such an important role even in today's economy throughout the Caribbean, throughout Jamaica, that it is regarded as one of the economic driving force of any particular country, right? Within the Caribbean, that is, right? Now, what you're looking at right now is another section of the sugarcane lands along the Old Harbor Road, where the land that was normally used to cultivate sugarcane is now being repurposed to create another housing scheme. So within this entire space, over 300 acres of land, right? Uh, it, there is what do you call it, a large space being set aside for the building of houses, right? And this space we would regard as a part of the suburban space, leaving from the center of Spanish Town into further rural spaces such as in rural St. Catherine, and even going back um to Clarendon, right? Sugarcane lands have been repurposed, and as a result of this repurposing of sugarcane land, what you find what you find as a result of this repurposing is that a lot of persons have shifted their occupation from planting and reaping of sugarcane to other type of economic way of life. This is really for another CSEC CXC Geography Made Simple. I hope that this video was of use to you. Have a wonderful day. Peace out. Catch you next time.